going on, everybody? We're starting off with Grimfel today. New song, Arcadia. I don't. What do I want to say on the front side of this? First of all, shout out to Grimfel. I've been really liking the overall, the rollout for this new project that he's been working on. He's given us the track list and I think the feature list and stuff like that. And so overall, it seems like, there's always kind of themes put together with his stuff. Even if the music all kind of maybe sounds a little bit different, there's always kind of an overarching theme, I think, with the overall project. And so a lot of the imagery and stuff like that he's been using for this one has been of a similar nature with this anime kind of style to it. Anime isn't my go-to bag like that, but I do appreciate it. And I do like it. Does that make sense? I'm just not into anime that way, so it's not my go-to art style that way. But I think everything looks really dope and really cool and very Grimfel. You know what I mean? So it's cool to see his taste and his artistic expression kind of change a little bit, and also see this parts of it, this side of his artisticness, if that makes sense. Jesus, if I could really make my points today. All right, song's called Arcadia. Let me pull this up. Let me make sure my sound is all good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Nope, we're not. I think we are now. So let's check it out. Oh, is that a teddy? Is that a teddy? Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a cute little teddy too. Look at her. She got the guns all around her and stuff like that. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with that? I love this picture though. I just talked about how anime wasn't my thing, but the pictures and all that kind of stuff is still kind of sick. It's anime-esque. You know what I'm saying?
Give me something to believe in, 'cause I feel like giving in. The world's gone to shit, so sick of it. I don't think.
That's fire.
'Cause the devil wants to press him. He's always fucking testing. Got me second guessing. This trauma, it's progressing. Take me to Arcadia. Drown in the rain, 'cause I don't want to stay here. Trying to decline, and I can't fake it like before. So give me something to fly.
There's little transition points that he keeps putting in between stuff to go from one section to the next. I always feel his are always really sick and interesting. And again, I've heard stuff similar before, but the way that he does it this way is different. You know what I mean? It takes the idea and premise and kind of just makes it his own. So it's where your brain would say that it would sound like kind of thing, but I'm gonna do it this way. So it's I always felt he always does a really great job of finding interesting ways to kind of make it unique, even if it's something that you might have already somewhat heard before.
So give me something to fly for, 'cause I feel like giving up. It's screaming through the static, but it's never loud enough. To the needle, no one sees each other as equals. I'm surrounded by so much evil.
He said, nobody sees each other as equals. Damn, that's like a heavy line. Because I feel like there's like so much truth behind that. Where I feel like when you ask the every person and you have these conversations, I'm having like this very specific one and drawing back to a very specific one in my mind that I've had in the past, where I remember them saying, at the end of the day, it's fuck everybody except for the people that I care about and I love. And I feel like right there, or immediately, like already puts you in this position where, like, the way you just look at the other people outside of that group that you just specifically named, that your priorities are more than theirs are. And so automatically you're looking at them as if you're not your equal, because they don't deserve to protect their stuff more than you deserve to protect your stuff. When the reality is we all have like our own individual worlds that way. And nobody is really more important than the next person. And I know we like to think that based on where you live or what kind of house you have or what city you live in or whatever, like, defines who you are and what you deserve in life. I saw some of that even last night, you know what I'm saying? You know, you go to someplace new, you check out how they're living out there, and you see how they're protective of it. There's a lot of eyes on, are you going to ruin my good thing? So it's fun. It's fun. All that to say, I think it's important, guys, to remember that none of us are more important than the next person. And although we would move all heaven and earth and hell and all that kinds of shit for the people that we care about, they're not more important than our neighbor is and their families. We're all on this thing together, you know what I mean? Just important to remember that sometimes, I think.
I'm surrounded by so much evil. It's just up and walking like people. Take her to Arcadia. I wanna drown in the mania. Cause my world's saying, this is trying to
I feel like he been reading my diary lately. I said, I'm like, what I've been missing from Grimfel is more of the falsettos. You know what I mean? Give us those little high pitches, baby. Give us those high pitches.
This is trying to come. I can't fake it like before. So up below, I pray that you'll the mainframe. Cause this world's driving me insane. No compassion, there's too much pain. Now give me steady skies and simulated rain. So fuck it, I'm done with it. This world can eat shit.
Look at that Teddy. Oh my God. The Teddies are like fucking badass in this damn video, you know. I'm sorry, they're fire. I gotta give love to the Teddies, you know what I'm saying?
This world can eat shit. This world's non-progressing, everything's a mess. And I'm fucking done with it. Yeah, you can all go to hell with it. Take her to Arcadia. Take her to Arcadia. Down in the rain.
fire. I went too far. We didn't comment or anything. Hold on. Let's go back. Gotta give him a thumbs up. See Nary the witch is already up in here. We gotta give some fire Teddy too. She said I already leaked this before you uploaded it. That's funny. I see Jessica, Anna Bus in here. Tales from the Crypt Clicker. There's Steve. Wow, this goes hard. Yep. Killer. Yep, definitely got to give some boosting for him. Man, there's Joe. What's up? I find, despite a disturbing lack of potatoes. Oh, man. Yeah, I thought the video concept was sick. Like I said, I'm like, anime isn't necessarily like my bag, but I really thought the video was really cool. I thought it was really clean, and I thought that the imagery I thought like worked really well. And I thought it was like, it was fun for the video. I think that the overall like concept of the song to me, I feel like just kind of like, again, kind of diving into like the idea and the thoughts and the premises of kind of just like being done with the way that society is here on Earth, and kind of just these I don't know, say make-believe places in our minds, our happy places, these utopias that we create. I think is kind of the concept, I think, are around the Arcadia and that kind of thing. So I really like the song. And again, this is one of those times where, very outside of the Grimfel fashion, very outside of it, because I feel like this is very much his bag to have a song like this where it's like, we're just going to give you some like nice, like clean, pretty vocals and all that. And every once in a while, we'll just sprinkle in a little RAR, you know what I mean? And we didn't do that in this song. Where I was like, I'm like, and we're going to have that moment where all of a sudden, like, the RAR comes out, but we did it. And I feel like, honestly, it doesn't need it. It didn't need it in this one. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, sometimes where I've said this a lot in the past about his music, where I feel like that's one thing that I love so much is that randomness that kind of gets thrown in there. But in this one, I feel like just giving me those falsettos and all that kinds of shit was like the icing on the cake for me. That was the seasoning on the chicken. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it already had plenty of seasoning, and that was how it was supposed to be. So I'm really liking how this overall project is kind of sounding. I feel like the last project with Oblivion, there was a lot of like anger and frustration in that one. And in this one, I feel like we're getting into a lot of some of the same messaging and a lot of the same kind of like subject matter, but we're going at it from a different perspective. And so I'm just really loving to kind of like hear the differences kind of in the head spaces and the difference in the time of kind of dealing and looking at some of these subjects, and kind of like where Grimfel's headspace is, I think, when he's kind of talking about some of these subjects. So like, again, like it's not subjects that we haven't heard him talk about before, but like now we're hearing it in a different chapter of their life. You know what I mean? So I'm just really liking the sound where it's kind of softer. It's almost like it's all still fucked, but I'm better than I was in that time frame. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm just overall really liking the sound. Make sure you go show some love and support to Grimfel for sure. Tell him how much you appreciate and fuck with his music. And again, your neighbor needs to turn off the country music and put on some Grimfel. You know what I'm saying? Arcadia is right here for him, so make sure you share it with them. Your mom, your cousin, your neighbor, all of the above. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got for this one, guys. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.